What secrets did Jungkook hide during his military service? Why is hybe preparing a personal documentary now? Will Disney Plus or Netflix reveal a side of him we've never seen? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because what's coming might just change everything we thought we knew about Jungkook. It began with a whisper, a subtle murmur behind tightly sealed doors, a silent shift in the air at hybe's Seoul headquarters. No official statement had been released, no trailer had dropped, no teaser had flashed across social media timelines, but something was happening, something intimate, something emotional, and it had everything to do with Jungkook. The question now echoing through the global fanbase: why now? Why? After months of near silence during his military enlistment, would hybe be quietly assembling a documentary? And more importantly, why are streaming giants like Disney Plus and Netflix circling around it like satellites pulled by gravity? Some say it's timing that the world needs more of. Jungkook's story as his global influence grows beyond measure. Others believe it's something far deeper, something that was never meant to be shared. Until now, insiders whisper that this isn't just a retrospective documentary. No, this isn't about career highlights or performance montages. This is about Jungkook the person, the raw, unfiltered, emotional being behind the global icon. A story stitched with vulnerability, haunted by solitude, and shaped by a journey that even the most loyal fans haven't fully grasped. Because what if, behind the flawless stage presence and iconic tattoos, lay stories of doubt, heartbreak, unexpected friendship, and emotional evolution, stories forged in the disciplined, lonely months of military service, far from the spotlight. The documentary, still cloaked in secrecy, is rumored to follow Jungkook, not just during his enlistment, but also in the delicate, uncertain months after. Cameras reportedly followed him in silence, capturing moments when he thought no one was watching. In barracks, during long night walks, after letters were read and not answered. In the silent moments where he wasn't an idol, but simply Jeon Jungkook, a man, a son, a friend, a human being at a crossroads. What did he lose during his enlistment? What did he discover? And why is hybe choosing this moment, above all others, to bring these moments to light? Sources close to production, if they can even be called that, speak of journal entries being read on camera, of private voice memos turned into narrative voiceovers, of a scene where Jungkook, with trembling hands, opens a box of old photos and letters never seen before. There are reportedly tears, long silences, unexpected confessions, and perhaps one of the most haunting details, a segment in which Jungkook reportedly talks to someone off camera. Not a producer, not a director, but someone he knew personally, possibly a fellow BTS member. His voice breaks. He says things fans have never heard before, words that could shift perceptions and unlock a flood of emotion within the fandom. Is this the beginning of a new era? Or is it a farewell to a version of Jungkook that no longer exists? The placement of this content on platforms like Disney Plus or Netflix isn't a random choice either. If this is true, it signals hybe's ambition to place Jungkook not just within the K-pop world, but in global storytelling, his life not merely chronicled, but crafted as a cinematic human experience. This is no fan edit. This is art. But it begs the question, how much truth is too much? Will this documentary pull back the curtain too far? And are fans truly prepared to see the parts of Jungkook that even he has tried to keep hidden? Behind the scenes staff, though bound by NDA, have hinted at emotional breakdowns, moments where filming had to stop. One anonymous crew member allegedly confessed, "We thought we were filming an idol, but what we captured was something much more raw, much more human." A particular sequence has been mentioned more than once, an early morning clip of Jungkook writing something down, a song, a letter, a message to someone specific. The camera zooms in, only for the footage to cut abruptly. The next scene is silent, the meaning left to interpretation. And therein lies the brilliance or the cruelty of what hybe may be crafting. A documentary that asks more questions than it answers. A mosaic of memory and reflection, scattered with clues and emotion, leaving fans decoding long after the screen fades to black. Could this be connected to the sudden shift in Jungkook's social media tone just before enlistment? The cryptic posts, the deleted photos, the unexpected silence. Fans have theorized for months, but perhaps this documentary will either confirm or completely rewrite those narratives. And what of the members of BTS? Are they involved? Will they appear? Is this Jungkook's story alone? Or is it a tapestry that intertwines the unseen support, the letters exchanged in secret, the quiet check-ins from brothers who understand the weight of a spotlight? There is even speculation about a never-before-seen conversation between Jungkook and his family, his older brother, his mother, his father, a glimpse into the home that shaped him, the childhood wounds still healing, the fears he never spoke aloud. A haunting rumor suggests the documentary closes with Jungkook walking alone, somewhere familiar, a symbolic return, a quiet reckoning, a final whisper to the camera that fans will be analyzing for years. But even more shocking, fans are convinced that clues to this upcoming release have already been scattered, hidden in recent content, in live broadcasts, in the background of unrelated BTS footage, a book left open, a date circled on a wall calendar, a coded phrase repeated twice. If true, this would make the documentary not just a standalone work, but a culmination of a mystery unfolding for months, and ARMY, with their unmatched attention to detail, may already be a part of the story without even knowing it. The stakes are high, the emotions are real, and the world is watching, whether on Disney Plus or Netflix. One thing is certain, this will not be a passive viewing experience. This will be a reckoning. The person we thought we knew, the golden matinee, the world-class performer, the perfectionist, might step aside to reveal the quiet, conflicted man underneath. And what happens then? Will we love him more? Will we understand his silences better? Or will this glimpse into the shadows of his journey change everything? So many questions remain, but one thing is certain. We're not just getting a documentary. We're being invited into a part of Jungkook's soul. But perhaps what truly startles fans is not just the content of the documentary, but the timing. Why now? Why at this precise moment, when the world has begun adjusting to Jungkook's absence from the stage? Could it be that the post-military version of Jungkook carries revelations so powerful, so transformative, that waiting any longer would only deepen the distance between idol and audience? HYBE's silence on the matter only adds fuel to the fire. There's been no grand announcement, no digital countdown, no theatrical trailer, and yet, things are moving quietly, deliberately, as if the company knows that what's being created must not be treated as mere entertainment. This is personal, sacred, even, almost like Jungkook's own confession, offered not in a diary or on a stage, but in front of a camera lens that dared to wait and listen. One production insider, someone who reportedly sat in during editing sessions, said that at one point, Jungkook repeated a single sentence 5 times, his voice breaking each time, trying not just to explain it to the viewer, but to himself. "I don't want to hide anymore." 6 simple words, but spoken like a man unclenching his fists after years of holding everything in. And therein lies the emotional weight of this documentary. It may not just be a visual timeline of a global superstar's military service. It might be a raw, painful, beautifully imperfect journey of a human being who has spent over a decade trying to earn the right to be fully seen. There are whispers of a segment that captures Jungkook late at night, recording voice memos on his phone. There's no background music, no lighting setup, just him, talking to himself, to someone who isn't there, about things he can't say out loud in daylight, about a letter he never sent, about memories that still haunt him and hopes he's too scared to hold on to. A sound engineer who worked on that portion of the documentary confessed that after one particular voice memo was played in the editing room, there was complete silence for over 20 minutes. No one said a word, no one looked at each other. One editor cried quietly, another simply left the room. This is not a scripted idol drama. This is real. And in classic Jungkook fashion, the deepest truths are not shouted, but whispered, captured in fleeting glances, in subtle body language, in the hesitation before he answers,